Okay, let's look at a time series plot. So you open the shell file that I have provided, and the original data for this tab, the first one, is WFJ sales.xlsx. So you don't need to use this file. You use the shell file that I have provided, and this data comes from that file in your textbook. So we have 62 observations, and what we have is a sales WFJ sales. Now we want to plot this as a time series plot, assuming that these observations are made over time. So we need to highlight the data starting from the label at the top. Now to highlight the entire column, there are a couple of ways in which you can do this, and one easy way is to click on the first cell and then press the shift key and keep the shift key depressed. Don't let it go. Keep the shift key depressed, and then you have to press the end key and then the down arrow key. First the end key and then the down arrow key, and then you can let go, and you have the entire column highlighted. Then you go to insert, and here are the chart types that you can select from. So here is we're going to do a line chart first, and if you use that one, then you'll have the line but the points are not marked, whereas if you use this graph, the points will be highlighted. So we'll select this one. Now we need to then, it's not enough to just simply generate the graph, and you need to do some formatting as well. So let's see, let's call this time series plot of, so let's go and change the title as time series plot. You can just click on the title and then you can change it. Time series plot of WFJ sales. Now this is kind of cluttered, so the x-axis, you can change the x-axis. Okay, so highlight the x-axis like that, and then you can do right click and you can do format axis, or you could select from here as well. So now if you go to labels and you say specify interval, suppose we say it's 10. Okay, then you see the numbers will be dispersed into tens, so it will be less cluttered. Okay, so this is the time series plot. Okay, now let's select the second tab, dollars. Now we have annual passengers passing through the Dallas airport. That data is given from 1963 to 2009. Okay. Now we want to develop a time series plot, and since the first column is the year and the second column is the Y value or the data that we want to forecast, now we can highlight both the columns. Once again, remember, start with the year, press the shift key, keep it depressed, end down arrow, and then right arrow one time, so that highlights the two columns. Okay, when you have the two columns highlighted, now we can develop what is called a scatter plot. If you select scatter plot, what scatter plot will do is it will use the first column as the x-axis value, the second column as the y-axis value. And once again, if you select that one, the points will not be connected. You will see the plot of only the points. Whereas if you use that one, then the points will get connected by straight lines. If you select that one, the points will get connected like a smooth connection. It's not a straight line connection. We'll use the straight line connection. Okay, so now we have the plot. Now we need to format the plot. Okay. So now first let's format the y-axis. We will see time series plot of airline passengers. Okay, and we'll remove that 0 here. We will put that in the y-axis. Okay, so that's that. Now if you go to that plus, and if you go to axis title, okay, so it inserts the axis title there, and you can go and change that. We'll change that to passengers 1000, and here we will put here. Now we can control the value range. Okay, if you want to go only up to 2010 from 1960, then you can select that and then go to axis, primary horizontal. Okay, so I selected more options. So here you make sure that it is horizontal axis selected, so it goes from 1960 to 2020. So let's change that to 2010. Then you'll get a plot that goes from 1960 to 2010. So once again, when we plot the values, we get a visual understanding of how the data is moving. And you see there is a general upward movement, and then suddenly there is a takeoff in 1985, and then we have a stable period, and once again there is a little bit of a up and down movement here.